Welcome everyone to a Universes Academy deck profile spotlight. Tonight's episode will be going over Crimson Rampage character Ochaco 3. We're gonna be going off the air symbol, so I hope you enjoy it. Sit tight, and we're gonna get right to the deck profile. As you can see, we're going off of air. I think that may be her more stable symbol. Chaos is very, very good. I think you have a little bit more of aggression with 1.3 million volts, but I guess you could do that too off of air. But I decided to go more of a block punish type deck. So let's just get into it. Ochaco 3 is a 6 hand size, 25 health character. Air, of course, Chaos, Void. She has 2 responsibilities. Response after the combat phase begins, so it's anyone's combat phase. It's your opponent's or yours. Reveal your momentum. Add 1 high or charge attack revealed this way to your hand. So once you touch your opponent, she basically becomes a 7-hander, which is kind of nice, hence the 25 health. Response after an attack is blocked, so it's either on offense or defense, draw 1 card and discard 1 card. So you get some card cycling. Your next check to play a card gets +1. So no matter what, as long as you can block an attack on defense, you always get +1. And that card cycle. So let's get right into those attacks. We're looking right at double jab pummel. Oops. Double jab pummel. It's a 4 difficulty 3 check, +1 high block, 3 mid for 5, charge punch, combo charge, combo enhance. If this attack is blocked, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Your next check to play a card gets +2. Just to let you know, you always get that +2 no matter what. If your attack is blocked, if this attack is blocked though, you get to hit this effect, you draw 2, and then discard 2. And then you get to do Ochaco's response, which is draw 1, discard 1. And you basically get +3 to your next card, which is pretty awesome. Deadlock Enhance, your next check to play a card gets +5. So you get +7 if your opponent's in deadlock. This is no fun if you go into deadlock and this gets punished, you get punished for it. This happened to me against my buddy Matt at the Orlando Regional. He got to chain these and just kill me. It was kind of crazy. More block punish. We got 2 copies of Airstream Driver. Discard 1, so after your opponent blocks your first attack or an attack, you could slam this down. You get +1 to the check, so it's always going to be on a 5 if it's your second one. Discard 1 card from your rival's card pool. This attack gets +3 damage, +3 speed. Oh, excuse me. Enhance. Discard 1 foundation, seal 1 rival asset or foundation. So this is really good. So if you have extra momentum after you've put cards back into your hand from using your responsibility, this could really help you seal an important asset like quick creation or training weight, or even stadium. This also, I should preface, this is before provisional 2 cards were made. So yeah, that's why stadium's not in the deck yet. Next, we got 3 copies. Double jab pummel's at 4, airship driver's at 2. This 0 gravity capture at 3 copies. It's a 3 difficulty 3 check, +2 low, 0 mid for 0 high for 4. To charge, enhance, flip. This attack gets +3 damage. Deadlock Enhance. Oh god, I'm so tired. Add 1 momentum to your hand. Deadlock Enhance is kind of cool. Really, no one wants to block this, so it's really free damage because, no one wants to give you card cycle and +1 to your next check. So, more often than not, this is going through. I want to thank Liz Drake out there in the community for this little tidbit. That was pretty awesome of her. So yeah, she helped me out with this, so shout outs to Liz. And I believe Liz has been playing Ochaco 3 exclusively. So hopefully she puts out a deck profile. I believe she's playing Ochaco off of Chaos. 3 copies of 0 gravity lift. It's a 5 difficulty 3 check, +3 high block, 3 high for 6, charge throw. It basically doesn't do anything unless it's in your momentum. But again, it's going to hit. You get to cycle it on offensive turns and defensive turns if you need that high block. So more often than not, you're just going to cycle this into your hand to have an attack every turn once you hit. 4 copies of Electric Jolt. 4 difficulty 3 check plus 2 high. 3 mid for 4. EX2 charge and stun 1. Everybody knows this one. This is a staple out of the set 1 meta. If the attack's completely blocked, it deals 1. And when it's in your momentum, flip, commit 1 rival foundation. Cool thing about this is they don't really want to block it because they don't want to give you +1 and card cycling. So maybe you'll get some 4 free damage, or if they just completely block it or partial block it, I think it's still a win. So I think you win either way if they block it, partial, or full block it. So you win either way. Pretty good. We got 3 copies of Unwavering Slash. We do play some assets. It's a 5 difficulty 3 check plus 2 low, 4 mid for 4 charge, powerful 2 weapon. Discard 1 card, build 1 asset from your discard pile face up. So we do play a couple copies of Weights in the side. With updates, we'd probably play Stadium as well. Excuse me. And then we have 2 copies of Earphone Jack. Earphone Jack's an asset. It's a 1 difficulty 5 check plus 1 high block. Very, very nice. Unique weapon response. After you play an attack, discard the top card of your rival's deck. If the attack you played is a charge, gets +1 speed. Every attack is a charge. So we're getting 1 speed across the board, boys and girls. So that's pretty good. Also has a response commit after your attack deals damage. Ready 1 foundation that has not been readied this combat phase. Like, honestly, probably looking at stuff we committed, the rescue completed, maybe first A class. Specials to sound doesn't really work. It's on defense. Small limber, I guess, because everything's a charge, so it gets +1/+1. But 2 copies of ready, get set, go. 4 difficulty 5 check action +1 high. Form, remove, draw card. Response after your rival plays their 4th foundation this turn. Build 2 foundations from your hand. So basically, we side these out to other pieces when going second. Going first, I should say. This card's pretty good if we can get this off, as she is a 6-hander. We do need to accelerate our build turns, so this could help us out in the early part of the game. Now we're going to sort these foundations by difficulty. First up are the 0 diffs. Requesting assistance, it's a 0/5 +2 mid. Flip, if you have 1 or more momentum, ready a foundation that hasn't been readied. Sometimes we get stunned. Sometimes we want to keep first A classes up for stun defense. We could possibly ready small and limber without having to destroy something. But if we destroy something, we can ready small and limber. So we can use get multiple instances of the ready on small and limber. 4 copies of Release, staple out of set 1, and kind of still a staple in set 2 on the life and air symbols and the chaos symbol. Actually, every symbol plays this card on it. Destroy 1 foundation. Your check to block this attack gets +2 high block, so it's nothing to sniff at. Basically, it gives us -2 speed in a way. Because it gives +2 block, so it makes it a little easier. Into the 1 diffs. 4 destined for mainstream success. We need to find a way to draw cards. We're not playing latent skill for the card cycling because basically Ochaco does that for us. This actually pluses us if we're able to name the correct card type. 1/5 +2 mid. And my favorite card, at least foundation out of the set 2, Crimson Rampage, small and limber. It's a 1/4 +2 mid. Enhance commit, your charge, fury, or kick gets +1/+1, so it gives us some speed, gives us some damage. Response, once per turn, after a card leaves your stage during the combat phase. Ready this foundation, playable while committed. Yeah, that ability is really good. Now that I think about it, I kind of want to add Home Run Common in this deck. I think that would be really, really cool. I think we may have to do a second version of this. Next is 3 copies of Training with Gunhead. Obviously, we want our opponents to block. So if we get any modifications to our checks, either via getting bonuses or breaker, our deck gets +1 speed. So If we get multiples of this out, we can make our attacks pretty quickly. Also, it's really good throw hate. With the remove, reduces damage to throw attack to 2. So 1/5 plus 3 low. We still need low blocks, so it's not terrible. 2 copies of charged up. If we're able to do some damage with a charge or one of our stun attacks, we can snap in a 0 gravity capture, a jolt, a gravity lift, and that allows us to get more cards into our hand going into our opponent's turn, or to filter more like powerful effects, or use Jolt to tap down something. So 4 copies of Specialist of Sound. No real introduction needed here. It's 2/5 plus 3 low. After you check it, look at the top card of your deck. If an attack is played, give it -3 speed. Need some defense. Encourage your training partner at a 2 of. 2/5 plus 3 mid. Has a Uraraka and Midoriya response. Commit after you take 5 or more damage, you gain a health. I guess that's kind of neat. Enhance flip. Set its speed to 4. Offense and defensively. This allows us to put any types of if our opponent uses speed reduction, this gives us back to a nice solid middle of the pack number at 4. And also, if our opponent's like throwing a giant Recipro Burst or Acceleration Kick, we can just go boop, put it to 4, please. 2 copies of Wall Cling. We do have 2 in the side. 2/4 plus 3 high. If you block an attack, deal some damage. Not bad. 2 copies of First Aid Class. 2/5 plus 3 low. Response flip. After this card is committed during the enhanced step, ready it. So it gives us more of a guarantee we're going to pass that 5 diff as our second attack. Or we can also feint it. Like if we do this, our opponent may not block an attack. But we kind of always want them to block an attack because we want to cycle and go through a bunch of cards. E-commit. This is the first attack this turn. Your next check to play an attack this turn gets +2. So gives us some more check a 3, check a 5 type thing. 1 Taiyaki Fanatic. We got 1 on the board. 2/5 plus 3 mid. Response, destroy. After arrival, plays an enhance ability on an asset or a foundation, cancel. It's very important. There are a lot of powerful abilities on assets and foundations that this gives us some defense. Also, it gives us some much needed deadlock. Punish, destroy your rival discards card. It's not terrible. It's something at least. Air is kind of lacking if you're not playing like some of the Jiro attacks. 3 copies of Confused, 1 on the side. 2/5 plus 3 high. E-flip. Remove an attack from your rival's discard pile and choose one of its keywords. This attack loses that keyword and cannot gain keywords. So we're able to have like Home Run Comment lose powerful. Attacks lose stun. Well, actually, it also works on Furies and Punches. So if you want All Might 3 not to get damage and stuff, boop, get rid of it. And yeah, you're good. 2 copies of Rescue completed. 3/5 plus 2 low. Enhance, destroy, ready 2 foundations that have not been ready. 2 face down foundations that have not been ready this combat phase. We do have a lot of flip effects, so this allows us to reuse those flip effects. Commit 1 foundation. This attack gets +1 or -2 speed. Very good defensive card. Well, let's go. Excuse me. Wow, I didn't think I was this tired. We're going to run right through the sideboard. We got 1 copy of Train with Gunhead, 1 copy of Short Circuit, 2/5 plus 3 low. Enhance, destroy, return this charge attack to its printed damage. Unfortunately, this isn't as good as I want it to be because a lot of charge attacks are very good and people play them. So this is really against like Texas Smashes or Kick Package decks and stuff like that. Our other 2 copies of Wall Cling, like I said. 2 copies of Concentrate, because Eraserhead, does Eraserhead stop us? Yeah, it does. Yeah, so we don't want to get erased. Yeah. Our combat phase ability goes off, but if after an attack is blocked, erase is still on us until the attack resolves. So, poo-pooey. 1 copy of Taiyaki Fanatic, like I said. Confused. 2 copies of Ultra Compressed Weights. Oswee's still a thing. Ochaco 1's still a thing. Ochaco 2's still a thing. So yeah, this is kind of helpful against them. Also, if we have some problem foundations on our opponent's boards, it allows us to keep them committed after they've committed them. And that's the deck, everyone. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna try to do more splashier stuff with the videos, like a little more imagery, a little more music in the background. It's my first time trying to do that, so let me know if it's too high, too low, or distracting. So thanks again. Again, I want to shout out Liz Drake for all the feedback on this deck. Couldn't do without her. Also, we're going to be looking at more set 2 characters like Bakugo 2, Gran Torino, Mai Hasume. I know like a lot of some of the more prominently played characters. Not sure if I'm going to touch on them, but I know like Bakugo 2 could use some love. Gran Torino, I haven't seen really anybody play him very much. So other than that, that's pretty much it. So stay tuned for more content from Universus Academy. Like, comment, subscribe. We have hit over 200 subs. We thank you very much. We can't do this without you. We appreciate it. Hope you like the content. Look forward to many more episodes coming on. So thanks again. Have a good night.